Hello, and welcome once again to Yoga for Kids and Their Adults. My name's Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is brought to you in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this through a grant that they receive from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. So welcome to our last episode here in November for our gratitude series. Today, I would like to share with you my gratitude for the opportunity to spend time with my friends and family next week. So next week we're not going to have an episode, but you can always check out any of our previous episodes if you're still needing that, that release, that work, that movement, that meditation. I encourage you to review any of our previous episodes. But for today, I am very grateful for the opportunity to spend time with my friends and family, and I hope that you get that opportunity as well. Too often we're caught up in the hustle and the bustle and the Black Friday sales and the internet sales and shopping and all of the hoopla that comes around from holidays and putting up trees and decorating and getting ready for friends and family to come and visit, that we kind of lose what the holidays are really about. And that's togetherness and spending time with people that you love. And normally during our regular schedule, we've got school and work and social obligations and financial obligations and all these things that we need to do that keep us away from the people that we're trying to do them for. So holidays are really a time for togetherness. And I would like to take today's episode and use this as an opportunity to help kind of slow things down, kind of reground ourselves, and maybe even reconnect ourselves with our mind and body so that we can be there and be present for our holiday celebrations. So all you're really going to need today is a nice quiet place. You might need a little space so that you can stretch out. If you're not feeling particularly flexible today, you are welcome to include a belt or a towel or a scarf. And that's going to help us with today's routine. And that's just grounding ourselves, doing some slight movements to get us limber and loose so that we can relax and enjoy our time with our friends and family. So, once you have your area cleared, and again, if you don't have a yoga mat, that's perfectly fine. You can always sit down, a towel, a blanket, or just rest right on the bare floor. It's always up to your comfort, and if your body's not wanting to do what we're doing today, honor what your body is telling you. Sometimes it tells you these things for a reason, like maybe you're coming down with something, or maybe you overdid it the other day and your body just doesn't want to move the way you want it to. Just honor what your body is telling you that it's willing to do today, and you can get the most out of today's routine. So now that we have our space set up, I'm going to encourage you to join me in easy pose. If you're a young one, you might call this crisscross applesauce. So what it is you just kind of fold your legs up in front of you. You're sitting right on your sits bones or your bottom over there, sitting up tall. Head is above your shoulders, ears are over your shoulders are over your hips, and everything is nice and easy. So we're going to start today by trying to connect our mind and body through our breath. So to do this, go ahead and place your right hand over the top of your chest or over your heart. Place your left hand over your belly. And just observe what happens during your breaths here. So take about 5 to 10 breaths here at your own pace. You don't have to race each other. You don't have to try to make your breaths longer than they need to be. Just try to observe what happens as you're breathing. There should be some movement that's coordinated between your two hands. Oh, excuse me. Can you feel that movement? And even if you've yawned right then, how did that change the movement? And did it go back to its regular pattern? How is the movement of your right hand a little different from your left hand, or is it the same? Explore this for these few breaths here and really just observe. Try to get in touch with what your body is feeling right now, specifically what your hands are feeling. All right, if it helps, you can always close your eyes so that you can focus more on what is going on inside. So do you feel it? And if you need to exaggerate it to really feel it and observe, go ahead and exaggerate a breath. Nice, deep, big belly breath. If you had a nice, big, deep belly breath, did you notice that your shoulders went up? Kind of brought your chest up with it, which rose this right hand. And my left hand over here, my belly actually went down as I was breathing in. Is that what happened to yours? What did happen? This is a lovely way to reconnect your mind and your body just by observing your breath. And your breath is with you anywhere you go. So, if you're feeling anxious or stressed and you're not at home in your own peaceful, quiet spot, you can always find a safe place to close your eyes and take a few breaths. Reconnect with your body. It's one surefire way to help you relax in a time of stress or a time of need. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're in tune with what your body is feeling and what your mind is feeling? That's wonderful. Excellent. So now, let's go ahead and bring our hands to our knees. Bring your palms up and have your hands open and relax. We're not really stressing our hands out. We're just letting our hands kind of relax and kind of cup the way that they would. Now, if you would like to enhance this relaxation experience, you can bring your thumb over to the middle body bit of your ring finger on both hands. This is a mudra, or a pose for your hands to get the most out of this. Think of it like plugging your phone into the power socket there and feeling that connection, seeing that as the screen lights up and says, hey, we're charging. This here is your charging with relaxation. It helps clear the mind of any detritus or debris that might be holding you back. It also will help your body let go of any tension it's holding on to. So let's do about 5 to 10 breaths right here with our little relaxation mudra. And feel if it changes things. How does that change your breath movements for every breath in your cycle? How does it change your mindset, or does it? Are you sitting there staring at your hands wondering, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on, this doesn't seem to be working? Or are you giving it a chance to help you relax? It's something to focus on, because our minds are super active sometimes, aren't they? And we need something to draw our attention away from what's going on over there and away from what's going on over there. And if you focus on that connection, focus on that, let your energy just kind of flow right here, you can invite that relaxation response. So you're no longer stressing, you're no longer emotional or worried or anxious. You're just focused on here and now, this moment, experiencing everything there is to experience now. You are in the present. How are you feeling? Starting to feel a little bit more relaxed? Good. Now that we're relaxed and we've reconnected with our bodies, let us do some simple, easy stretches to get us a little aspect of movement that'll help our circulation and help us really feel and connect with what our body's experiencing. Okay, so for now, we're going to come out of easy pose. We're going to come to a wide-legged stance here. on the floor. Just get your feet as wide as you're comfortable. You don't have to go all the way to the splits. You don't have to put them right in front of you. Just a nice wide angle, a little bit wider than your shoulders if you can. Okay, if not, just put them wherever they're comfortable so that you can feel that little separation. All right, when your legs were folded, you kind of felt the weight of your legs on your feet, didn't you? Well, now your feet are free. They're no longer being pushed down by the weight on your legs. Oh, excuse me. Are you yawning too? I know it's contagious. It's a wonderful phenomenon. You can tell who's really in tune with you if they're yawning right after you do. So, now that we have our wide-legged sitting stance here, I want you to sit up tall. Imagine that there's a little string at the very top of your head pulling you up towards the sky. That helps you really sit up and reconnect with everything below. Okay? And in this posture, again, you can keep your hands wide open or you can do that little mudra. And I want you to feel what your body is feeling. It helps if you can close your eyes. So if you're comfortable doing so, go ahead and close your eyes and observe what your body is experiencing now. Can you feel that firm support under your legs as you're sitting on the ground? Can you feel a breeze from the heat or the air conditioner blowing into the room? Can you feel the warmth of your hands wherever they're resting on your legs? Can you feel that little bit of a stretch on your inner thigh? Can you feel a little bit of tension over here in your hips? Or a little bit of strain as you're trying to keep your shoulders over your hips? You might feel that in your mid-back or lower back. You might feel it in your sides. You might even feel it up here in your belly if you're trying to hold yourself up at an angle. Okay, so observe what your body is feeling here. Okay? Observe without judgment, without trying to control it, and observe with curiosity. I wonder what else I can feel. What else can you feel in this posture? Can you feel the texture of your clothes? The grab of the waistband on your pants or over around your ankles? What do you feel? We're going to change this up in just a minute. Just observe. What does your head feel? What do your shoulders and arms feel? What do your hips feel? Your legs, your feet? What do you feel? What sensations are present? Wonderful. So now, go ahead and shake your hands out. Gentle shakes here. And take your belt or your scarf or your towel. And we are going to, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and loop your belt. Fasten the buckle if you have one. You're going to take it in your hands and hold it at both ends. Are you there with me? Go ahead and lift your hands up over your head, holding that belt or scarf or towel, and feel how that changes what your shoulders are feeling. Can you feel the tension in your upper back? Can you feel the stretch maybe in the front of your shoulders or your underarm? Observe how this changes what your body is feeling. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and bring your left hand down and let it pull your right hand up and over. Just some gentle movements here. How does this change how your back feels? How your shoulders feel? How your neck and head feels? Just a few more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring your hands back up overhead. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Pull it down. How does that change how your body feels? Can you feel the difference in your left shoulder versus your right shoulder? Maybe there's some tension in your upper back between your shoulder blades. Can you feel that? It's important that you're able to focus on the different sensations in your body. This is going to keep you anchored in the present and give you that stress relief, that anxiety relief that we're looking for here as we face the holidays. One more breath, and then inhale, bring your hands up overhead. And as you exhale, see how far back you can let your hands go. Woo! Can you feel how that changes things? Observe the stretch across the upper chest, your upper arms. Can you feel any, hopefully you're not feeling any strain in your neck. But if you are, just bring your hands up a little bit more and relieve that strain. See if you can bring your shoulder blades together. How does that change this? Just some subtle movements, subtle stretches. There's no need to go overboard here. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring them down towards the floor and lean forward with them. Now, if you can bring them all the way to the floor, that's wonderful. If you're more comfortable just leaving them level with the floor, that's fine too. Just do what your body is willing to do today. All right, I'm feeling in this posture, I'm feeling some stretches on my hamstrings on the back of my upper thigh. I'm also feeling a little stretch in my lower back and even down into my hips a little bit. What are you feeling? Can you put that in words? Describe what you're feeling. Really? That's wonderful. Now, if what you're saying is that you're feeling pain, just back it up a little bit, and that's fine. Always honor what your body is telling you. It uses the language of sensation to express what it's feeling, and it's up to you to interpret that. One more breath, and then inhale, bringing your hands up overhead, straightening up your back. Exhale, bring your hands down across your lap. It's interesting that something so simple and small can really help you focus your intent, your attention on various sensations. We're going to put this away for now, and we're going to do just some small, simple stretches. All right, we're going to bring, with our next inhale, we're going to bring our left hand up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to reach over to the right with our left hand and to our left in front of us with our right hand. And just go as far as your body's willing to go. You're going to feel a nice stretch on the top side of your body. And you're going to feel a little bit of a reach on the bottom side. Couple more breaths. Here we go. On your next inhale, going to reverse this. Sit upright. Exhale. Reach across with your right hand over you and across in front of you with your left. You should have a nice stretch here on the top side again and a nice contraction over here on the bottom side. Doesn't have to be exaggerated. Doesn't have to be intense. Just feel that stretch and observe the sensations that come with it. One more breath. Then we're going to inhale, bringing your hands up and out. Exhale, bring your hands down to your side. It's subtle. It's slow. But as we can reconnect our mind with what our body is feeling, our stress levels go down, our tolerance goes up, and we can actually enjoy being present, not just with our own body, but with our loved ones on this holiday season. All right, so now let's try to bring our feet together so that the soles of our feet are touching. Now, if your knees go all the way down to the floor, great. If not, just let them go wherever they want to. We're going to come back to the belt now. And this time, we're going to put the belt around our back. And then if you have enough space, bring them around your feet. This is going to support your back as you sit upright in this bound angle posture. All right, and this is also going to take some stress and strain off of your hips and knees. And it kind of feels like you're giving yourself a bit of a hug. I love hugs. Do you love hugs? It's a wonderful way to communicate your love and your support for someone without even needing words. That really is what yoga is for your body. It's your way of expressing, I love you, body, without the need for words. That's everything. We are expressing our love and our support for ourselves and anyone who's practicing with us, just as I appreciate you. All right, so now that we're here and we have our belt in place, I want you to take a nice deep breath in, bring your arms up overhead, and if you're able to, see how far back you can reach. Can you feel that nice support from the belt? Great. If not, see if you can push it a little further. Try to anchor your feet on the floor in front of you, looking up at the sky. One more breath, and then bring your hands back up overhead. Exhale down around your feet. Lean forward if you can. Get that nice stretch in there for your hips. It is an amazing stretch, and I hope that you're enjoying this. Now, while we're here holding the stretch, I want you to observe with your mind, how does your body feel in this posture? What sensations are present? Can you feel the stretch of the inner thigh? Can you feel the support of the ground beneath you? Can you feel the texture of the fabrics of your clothing as you sit here? And if you have your belt on here, can you feel the texture and support that it gives you? Wonderful. On your next inhale, go ahead and sit upright. Kind of shake out your knees. Just a little bit of shake. This is the butterfly. Now, I have seen some people focus on pulling the legs up and then letting the knees drop. I've also seen some people focus on bringing the knees down and letting them pop up. Whichever way is comfortable for you, that's what we're going to do today, because we want to honor what our body is needing. And once we finish with our little butterfly here, we can take the loop off of our feet. We can take the rest of it off of our body and enjoy that freedom. It's almost like your body feels like it's expanding. Can you feel that? Let's sit quietly, put your hands on our knees, close our eyes, and see if we can feel how our body responds to taking that belt off. It's a relaxing expansion. Feels freedom of movement. It's lovely. Now, let's do a little bit more of a stretch here. We're going to bring our right foot in front of us, leaving our left foot here, so that it's right there by our right knee. If you want to bring it up more towards your thigh, you can, but we're not trying to push ourselves today. We're trying to reconnect our mind and our body so that we can be present and really enjoy our time with our loved ones this holiday. So now that we have our foot in front of us, go ahead and make sure that your toes are pointing up towards the sky, not quite back towards yourself, just upwards. We're going to breathe in, bringing our hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards that foot. Now, if you can grasp your foot, great, you can do so. Otherwise, just kind of reach as far as you can. Always honor what your body is telling you it's willing to do or what it's not willing to do. If you don't honor what it says, that's when injuries occur. One more breath, and then bring your hands up with a nice inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your side. Let them float. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and swap legs here. Bringing your left leg out, toes pointed up, right foot over here by your knee. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring them down towards your foot. Again, if you can reach your foot, great. Go ahead, hold on to it. If you can't quite reach your foot, then just reach for as far as you can. Do whatever your body's willing to do today. Can you feel that stretch? You might feel it in your back or your hips or your hamstrings. Just observe the sensations. One more breath, and then bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, let them float down to your sides. Excellent. Go ahead and bring both feet out and just kind of shake your legs out a little bit. Get that blood moving back through your legs. Wonderful. Now, let's wiggle your toes. Give your toes a wiggle. How does that feel? Can you feel every tendon move? You might even see some of the tendons move on the top of your feet. Observe this. Feel it. Be present with it. And if you have your toes painted, you might even just enjoy the sparkle or the luster of the colors on your toes. If you don't have your toes painted, that's okay. Enjoy the wiggle of your toes. You might even stick your arms out and wiggle your fingers as well. Get a nice big wiggle. And if you can see on my hand, you can see the tendons as I'm moving. Can you see your tendons move too? That's kind of fantastic, isn't it? You can see with your eyes what's going on under the skin. And it's a marvelous sensation. Go ahead and bring your body to stillness. Bring your hands back on your lap, palms up, and let your hands rest. This is your opportunity to just observe how your body's feeling. How often do you do that? Do you stop and observe how you feel? Most people are go, 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 do, do, do. Let's take this moment today and appreciate how our body feels, how our minds feel. How do you feel in your heart, in your head, in the tips of your toes or your fingertips? How do you feel? It's an amazing discovery sometimes to realize that maybe there's an itch somewhere, or a bit of soreness, or maybe you're feeling a growing pain because you're growing so fast. Wonderful. And now I want you to sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm a big fan of the bound angle pose. It helps me sit upright, and I can feel that stretch in here. That feels wonderful. And I want you, once you are comfortable, to close your eyes and remind yourself that the holidays are about being together with your family and friends, letting them know how much that you love them and that you want to connect with them and that you want to be present with them. And I hope that they express the same joy at being present with you. And this is going to bring us to the end of today's episode. Once again, my name is Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this program through a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. I hope you enjoyed reconnecting your mind with your body today and experiencing the sensations that are present today. And I hope it helps you to relax, reconnect with your body, but also with your friends and family this holiday. Again, we're taking next week off so that we too can spend time with our friends and family, and I hope to see you again in our next episode that first week in December. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Namaste.